Hello, YouTube. Oops, as we collapse as we go live. Yay. All right, this is a live stream. So if you're watching the YouTube recording, give it a couple minutes until we get some chatters in the box and get kicked off here. And there's Joan. Hello. How are you, Joan? Party started. Welcome. Um, Joan, thanks again for the surprise yesterday. That was really sweet. You guys are always so thoughtful. Hey, Z. Hello. I'm trying to see if my cell phone camera light makes a difference. Too far away to see. But anyway. Oh, I'm glad, Joan. I'm glad you're having a good day. Hey, Jan. All right, well, let's get started because I'm going to go till uh, to just before 4. Xandra's going to come on at 4 o'clock. Hey, Linda. So I'll wrap up before Z gets up there and gets going. Are your storms all resolved now, Z? Hey, Don. Welcome. Hi, Alan. We had some really heavy thunderstorms the last couple of days. Today it's rained a couple of times off and on, but it's settled today. Coming back 3 to 5. Oh, Lord. I mean, I sound like my grandmother. We really needed the rain, but it's true. I mean, it was so dry, and we're in a well. We watered a little bit where it looked like new sod from the spring was dying. And, but uh, this really helped that whole thing. Beth, hey, how are you? So, we'll see. So anyway, I've just been playing a little bit on the side when I've had a few minutes. These, I just finished these up this morning. This was one sheet, and I was channeling Denise Love and Allison and Robin. And this was on one page that I cut up. And I'm trying to show you these colors. The metallics I used in here are the Lissy Linka. And I want to try to show you with my cell phone. The cell phone almost blurs them out. With that flashlight, it brings in the full spectrum. But that's some Polar Night and some Ocean, I believe, that I used in there. And the writing here, the scripting, that's alcohol ink in a fine liner bottle. Oops. Figure out how to do this. There you go. You can get a little bit better look at the sparkles. That's those 4. And then every once in a while I'd come down when I had a few minutes and thanks, Joan. I know they're really sparkly. I'd come down and just try to throw some stuff at a background. This was the new stone ground gouache that I was playing with. And I like mixing it in, I think, with some watercolors too. But I do like the way it starts to feather when it runs together. Look at that pink, Xander. That's helium pink. They have a few helium colors. And I mixed that with one of the oranges. Less time for this one. And this one, I started messing with this yesterday, and it was going pretty well. And then it just got out of control. So I started throwing everything at it in the... I see Jan's buffering. Gayla! Having to cook this afternoon, but rest assured I'll make condescending, snarky comments You just won't be able to hear. Darn it. Write them down and text them to me later, would you? I hate to miss one. And you're cooking? Woo, mark this day on your calendar, people. Domesticated gala. But anyway, I just started throwing watercolor on top of watercolor and just it became a mad scientist experiment. And again, the alcohol ink, I just started splattering it on there. It all ran together. I'm like, ah, crap. But there's moments in there that are really cool, like where that, again, those two Masha colors, the ultramarine magenta and the serpent green, make raku. So there's moments of genius in there, but I promise you it's completely accidental. And yeah, I think that's maybe just on your end, Jan. This one started out okay, and I forget where I went wrong. I tried to, this became an experiment in testing the alcohol ink in a fine liner bottle. This is in the 20 gauge fine. I had that in that bottle from a week or so ago when I was, hey, Dawn, ever used Beam? I have a few, actually. I ordered a few colors to try them. I love the one called Orca. It's like a gray, navy, sparkly one. But I haven't used those actually in a painting, just playing with them so far. So this became an experiment and went downhill from there. But anyway, I was playing with that bottle, trying to see how fine line I could get. And I scripted with that bottle down here, just seeing how it would script on watercolor paper. But on here, I tried, I forget which gold pen that was. And it just, it's kind of skipping around. This is a white pen. It's there, but faint, which sometimes is okay. That's alcohol ink. So that just became a donated piece of watercolor paper to the pile. But this one I was doing last week. I think I still need to do a little bit more mark making in here. I'm sorry I scripted on there because it overlapped. The pen skipped on the watercolor paper. So I wasn't happy about that. But otherwise, this is me channeling Allison Darwin, if you guys know Allison. And she just came out with her first Oracle deck that she's shipping now. Hey, Tara. She's shipping now. I haven't gotten mine yet, but it should be on its way. I'll show you guys when I get it. So you'll see a lot of her technique and style in this one. I don't sell anything. I just play and try to teach myself different stuff. And little by little, Janet, hello. Little by little, I kind of blend it with things I've learned from the past and things I do on my own. But I do like how some of the marks came out. Focus. These dots are all the Lissy Linka watercolors made on using a little dot tool. And I love how this, some of these are ocean watercolors. Some of them are Masha. I like that feathering there with this, that brownish taupey colored one was an ocean color. And see where I scripted with this gold pen testing it. I shouldn't have done that on here. I don't care for it. I don't like the way it overlaps with the plant, which in my head, I thought that was going to be a good idea. Gayla, this little bit here kind of is for you. Ish. Come on, baby. Work with mama. Really? No? Well, anyway, you get the gist. So that one, I'm kind of fond of that one. We'll try not to ruin that one for now. So, get these out of the way. I'm going to put these, I'm running out of the way space again. So this is, hang on, I'm reading the chat. Yeah, almost licked your screen. Almost, that means it doesn't count. The cloud, yes. Hey, Susan. They follow me. I don't know what to tell you. I had I don't know what kind of cloud that was. I have my own name for it, but that's the way that goes. So I thought I would do another little. Oh, hell, I still got this light on. I'm going to burn the battery up. There we go. This isn't, I don't think it's the greatest watercolor paper, in my opinion. Fluid watercolor, cold press, 140 pound. It's a 12 by 16 block, but it's a good size for mad scientist experiments. And that's what I used in that first set of those quad prints that I showed you, was done on this. So I think I'm going to use this, and I think I'm going to go out of the box and try some like more earthy fallish colors just to get crazy. So this is Frog Tape, Delicate Surface Frog Tape. So let's just do this. I only need half of that on there. Dot! What up, Dr. Dot? I'm not a very good taper, but it's all right. Maybe a little cattywampus and downhill, and that's part of my style. Oh, Lordy. Now, let's just go this way, sort of in the middle-ish. Oh, that's a little up. I got to look at the screen. Oh, that would help me. Actually, looking at the screen. Use your resources, Pat. Oops, can't even see the bottom of that. Close enough. All right. Get some colors out of here. I need to put this somewhere other than here. I want any of these? Maybe. All right. Very artistic when it comes to tape. You have mastered the art of securing. Hey, Indian Summer, we'll use some of those in there. Securing a check into a card. You have. Too bad you didn't do it with the. No, it was the check that lost, not the gift card. Okay. Yeah. It's hey, Cher. Yep. Okay, here's my stone ground. I did a custom palette, so I got my colors in there, which you can all tell that they're my colors. Not just because I bought them, but they're mine because I picked them. Shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. Darn it. What was I going to say? There's the blue. I don't think I'll need any blues. Maybe a green. Oh no, I got that wet. My good swatch card. Good God. Oh, maybe some red earth would be good in there. Let's see what else we got. I want to get some granulation in there. I'll put that off to the side for now. get these over here. Don't need all that. Oops, upside down, downside up, whichever way you want to look at it. Okay, maybe we'll use a couple of those. Who knows? And I'll throw in some of these. Maybe we'll use these at the end, but just in case, I'll start getting those re-wet. This is the Indian Summer set from Lissy Linka. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Can't hate that. Janet, don't look the screen. I should give you a warning. Ah, you're in New Zealand. Do you know any of the other art ladies there that Julie and Froyle's over there? And who else is over there? I'm just going to lighten these all up here, wet them all up. So they're writ to go. Did I put water in there? Yeah, I did. Okay. All right. A little bit of that. These, I'm just going to spray these. These wet so easily. These are the Masha watercolors. These are one of the ocean paper watercolor palettes. I'm just going to do the ones that I might use in there. Okay, let me grab a brush. This is a Princeton Quill number 4, Princeton Neptune. Now, can I see the chat without my glasses? Not really. I can't see the paper with them, so here goes nothing. Okay, so let's use, I'm thinking some of this red earth and maybe some cypress burnt umber. Let's start there. So let's start with red earth. This is a Masha color. And these are her, she makes all granulating colors out of very high quality pigments. And I'm just going to pull a Denise Love here to my best ability and just kind of drag some paint and water wherever it happens to go. Get it wet again. This brush really holds a lot of water and pigment. I only know them from online. Me too. Wrong color. A lot of times, Julie will pop in when I'm on in the afternoons. I'm going to add a little bit more to this, and this one's kind of white. So what did I say? I was going to do red earth, and what did I say? The cypress. You know what? I'm going to use the dark burnt umber, cypress dark burnt umber. This has got a little bit more of a blackish tone to it than the regular burnt umber we all know. When you put them, the pan side by side and the Masha colors, you almost can't tell the difference, but you can tell the difference on the swatch. So let's do a little of this. I'm not sure these were the best two to put on here. This goes a lot better when I'm by myself down here. don't know why. Drop in some more pigment. And that red earth came out a lot pinkier than I thought it would. That's okay. Let's maybe go for something orange. Oh, you know what? Flame. This is an orange right here. Flame. This is a really pretty orange color. Maybe that'll give us the little oomph we need, or not. But we are about to find out. It's funny when I use my colors, you know, my turquoise, blue, green, dark grays, and Payne's gray, and that kind of stuff. It seems to always go better. So. I think it's just more natural to me to see what I'm going to get out of those. Hey, Susan. I thought I'd try to do something fallish in keeping with the season. I'm not sure about you all, but that kind of looks like a mess. But sometimes that works out. So we'll just keep plowing through, shall we? Now I gotta let this, oops, sit up there. I gotta let this dry for a couple minutes. So I'm gonna move this somewhere relatively safe. That probably means I need to take it next door to a neighbor. And then let's grab, let's just grab another piece of paper and throw some stuff on there just for, oh, hang on. Wait a minute. See, I just happened to see the Lizzie Linka palette I wetted in the background. So maybe while it's wet, we need to throw in a little Lizzie. So let's go with this orangey one. I think this one's called Fox. It's kind of a reddy orangey color. Let's throw that in here where this is a little bit wet still. Not all of them are still wet, but we'll look for a place to drop it just to get something in there. Over here, this area is kind of wet. This one, not so wet. It's going to drop something in there anyway. I'll just add more water to it and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? I'm going to put a little of that green in there. That might be a little bit too much. Try this golden leaves color maybe. See, my timing gets off with adding stuff after this is dried. I guess I don't move fast enough to still get it while it's wet. And we'll see what happens. Hey, it's sparkly. Hey, Allie. It's sparkly, so what's the worst that can happen? That's what I always say. Now this is this over here. Actually, the colors aren't too bad. So this is just, it's an Arches block. What are we going to do on this? Let's do. Gonna need a bigger desk. Let's wet some of these just for a potential future background. And then what do we have up here that I could use maybe? Oh, maybe some of that foggy sky. That's a new one that Masha sent me with my last order. And then maybe some. I don't do well when I try to plan what I'm going to put on here. I got to just kind of wing it. They're really pretty palettes. And this one, that's actually a picture I took in Ocracoke about, I don't know, 8 years ago when I went to a Jody Ohl and Jean Kessler, one of the Remy retreats in Ocracoke. And my friend Kim Cataldo came down from the Poconos, met us here, stayed overnight with us, and then she and I drove 9 hours down to Ocracoke. Every night we went on the beach for cocktail hour at the house where we had our retreat, and we would get pictures of the sunset. So that's a picture that I took in Hatteras through the weeds, sea oats, whatever they are. Okay, so let's see. Where were we? Cobalt Dark Forest. Do I want to go forest? I like to start out with something really dark on the bottom. Let's do that. And I want to get it kind of puddly enough to do Allison's drip on that last little orb that's laying down there. Oh, this isn't the brush I wanted either. That's okay. We're in it now. This is a Masha color called Shadow Blue Dark. Come on now, Allie. Just let that pile up down there. Oops, I got an unsuspected drip there. Oops, I didn't want it to go off the paper. So we did all kind of things there we didn't want to do. And then kind of use some of this pigment up here because it's still in the brush. That's another Allison thing that she does. Is Kathy, Dragonfly Kathy, here? When she came to my first art retreat years back, she said her girlfriends couldn't believe she was going to an art retreat. And she said, well, I bought all the supplies, so I should be able to do it. I have proven that wrong. I buy the supplies, still not getting it. So while this is still kind of wet, I'm going to go in with a second color. And I think I'm going to use this cobalt green hue. This is really pretty, and it granulates. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Cascade Green, and the pigments may be very similar. I'm not sure. And you know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put a little blob down here to absorb that little bit of a mess that dropped there. And maybe bring that over and let that stem kind of bleed into that a little bit. Oh, I hear you, Allie. I'm going to put a little bit more in that little dry spot there. And I'm just, excuse the expression, farting around, trying to kill time while that other one dries. So what other color did I say I wanted to use? Oh, foggy gray. Oh, maybe I can get this one to drip a little bit too. It's kind of got a puddle starting down there. And I'm going to try to let it not go as far. Ah! Oh, well, look at that. I think we need to get a warmer color in there. Let's do something from this ocean palette. I think it was this color. These are mostly not as transparent as some of the other ones are. It's not gouache, it's watercolor, but it's not as transparent, and sometimes it does really cool feathering stuff, which has already started here and with these other colors. I think I need something warmer in there to kind of break that up a little bit. Oh, I like what that's doing, running into that green there. And see how feathery these are getting right away? That's what Mama like. So this, I'm going to drop something into there. That's not really grabbing me. Let's go with this. This is an ocean color. I forget what it's called. Deep something green. What is it called? It's like it's got a teal spruce kind of undertone to it. Haven't put anything warm in yet, have I? For those of you counting or paying attention, I don't like that spot right there. Let's throw some more water in there too. Let's do something crazy. What is, oh, oop, I got way too much green in my brush. What am I doing? Oh, that's almost white. That's a real pale, creamy pink. Now, what the hell? Let's do it. Let's put a little bit in here. Let's see what happens there. I'll mix with those colors and become something else all its own. These really are blendy. It's a word. Look it up. You might have to buy my dictionary to find it, but you know what I'm saying. It comes in like a real light foggy, and it was a real pale pink. Still didn't get any warm in there. What is the palette above my paper? That's the Stone Ground Paint Company. They're in Canada, but this is their gouache, and I did a custom palette where I picked my own colors instead of taking the colors that were there. Let's do the salmon color, and that is what it's called. What is it called? Chinook salmon. That'll maybe get me some warm in here. Let me put that in here. Don't ask me why. Seemed like the thing to do. What is the palette? Oh, sorry, same question. I'm all right. Wonder about that red or the vermilion. Oh, you know what? This is that Xander. If you're here watching, this is that helium pink. This is that hot pink that we like. But this makes this really pretty when it drops in here with this. You get a real kind of a coral color out of it. Try to show you here what it looks like by itself. It's a really shocking pink. And they have a red and an orange. And I even think a blue and a green that are in that same fluorescent kind of a range in their gouache. Allie, I will be on until like about 3:50, 3:45. I want to jump off before Xander's turn to get on. I don't know. I feel like I need to do something else. Too much water in this brush. These are all dried down here, so that kind of leaves me limited. However, I wonder if I did a little, you know what, let's go crazy. Oh, you know what? I should do some of these little squirrel. Where's Kayla? I'm just going to make some little loops with this watery watercolor that's still laying there. And let it kind of run into this other one. That one's kind of dry. We'll see. You know, I don't really know what I'm doing, obviously. I just do it anyway. Blend some of that in here so it doesn't look like it just dead stopped there. Sometimes those crazy mixes turn out to be really cool. Top bit looks like a bird who sat on an egg and broke it. Oh, when's your counseling session this week, Dot? Actually, I can't see it here, but when I look at the screen, I can see his head and his body and the broken egg. Oh, Lord have mercy. Actually, looking in the screen, it doesn't look as bad as it is in my head right here in my face. Let's let this one sit and dry for a little bit, see what happens there. Just wanted to kill some time. Let's bring this one back and see where we are. Oh. Still kind of wet. See this paper? I don't know if you can, you probably can't tell. Really buckles. Even though it's a block, it's only down on two sides. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a big wiggle in there. So let's kind of see some of that shimmer there that I dropped in. Hang on. Oh, Lordy. Sat too long. So I think what I'll do is get my little dotty tool. These are for like nail art. You can get them on Amazon in a set. They got pretty little colors in the handles, and there's a little fine tip brush on the end. And there's a set of, I think, 5 of those different sizes on Amazon. But I'm going to take Delissie Link, I'm going to bring in closer. Come closer. I won't hurt you. Financially, maybe, but physically, not so much. All right, now I'll try to remember I got to work up in this quadrant with this stuff. So, let's see. I want to use, I have these cooking in here with these, the water I put on here. I'm wondering what the green would look like in this mix, just to add a little green in there. Almost impossible to get my casserole together. I keep running back every time I see if something was going wrong. These are my favorite bits. Sorry to interrupt. What kind of casserole are you making? So I usually take the, I'll put a little drop of water in there that's set for a while. Put a little half a drop in there. And then I like to loosen it up with my brush. Just a little bit. Get that whole surface juicy. And these re-wet so nicely. And then I'm going to use my dot tool. I think it depends. That the arches block I just had that's glued on all four sides, they stay pretty flat. And that paper is really nice. So they do. But some of them, yeah. I know, like if you have a loose piece, you can spray the back with water. But then if it's taped down, how do you do that? Because then you're taping wet paper and, it's a whole thing. So let's try to keep my paws out of the fray here. I'm going to use the dot end. Actually, I think I'm going to use the bigger one, which is where? Where you is? There we go. Huh. I must have put those in a safe place. Oh, here we go. Here's the set. And have the different ends, sizes of the balls on the ends, and the different types of brushes on this end. All right, some are really fine. So that's what I'm talking about. Let me use one with the bigger. This is the biggest ball tip. So let's try that and see what happens. There's to say hamburger potato casserole. But I love that kind of stuff. What all you put in there? Hey, at least you didn't lie and say caviar casserole with shallots and truffles or something. I was like, no, she lying. So let's see, green. Where am I going to go with this green? Let's put the green against the orange. And I'm just going to drop some dots in here. I just dip this in the puddle on top of the pan. And if I make several dots, of course, the paint starts to go away and they become really small, which kind of looks cool and natural, like it's blended in that way. Hey, Gail. So there's the green against that orange. I don't think that looks too bad. This is really awkward because I can't see I need to bring my reading snap-on glasses down here because I can't potato, onion, garlic, milk, cream of mushroom, hamburger, embarrassing amounts of cheddar. Well, there you go. Sounds like a good old down-home Sunday afternoon casserole to me. And you have my address. Forgot what I was saying. Let's maybe put some like out here around this brown. Off the edge a little bit. And see how they, see how the drops change sizes as you use it off the tip. Can't hate it. Let's put this one out here on this little bit of this orange. Maybe over here. Maybe hiding that little drop that I didn't see to wipe off there. Or highlighting it, as it were. Oh, well. You know, it's just practice. It's just fun. Hi, Amber. This one, let's try it on the green earth. Actually, that's kind of pretty. Oh, I'm off the screen. Oh. It's kind of hard for you to see because you're not, I can't zoom you in close enough to really see the fine stuff that's happening here. Let's put this in this little tuck over here. All right, and this one, oh, layer, she's really complicating it now. I'm going to put some of this. Oh, that's still wet. So we'll see what happens there. This is where all those colors are. The fox, the golden leaves, and now the green in this Indian Summer palette are all kind of in there. Let's do some ones off to the side here in this white space. And we'll see what happens. And then I have this little itty bitty. Let me get these out of the way for now. Itty bitty what? Oh, this little marker. No, that's not it. Wrong itty bitty marker. Hang on. I think it's a Jane Davenport marker. What the hell is it? Or is it? Thanks, Amber. I'm out of my comfort zone. Oh, no. This isn't Jane Davenport. Oh, Lord. This is one of these Japanese ones that... Oh, it's Pentel. Here we go. A Pentel sign pen. And over here it says Brush Sign Pen Artist. SESF, like Sam Edward, Sam Frank, 30C. And you're probably never going to get this to focus. Look at me lying. But see how fine that is? And I mean, a couple hairs at the end of that point. But I find that if I want to do little birds like Allison likes to put in some of her stuff, this is really a good one for bird work. And I can just kind of drop them in. Where would I drop them in these? I didn't leave as much white space on these as I did my other blue turquoise ones that I did previously. So let's just throw in a couple where there's room. This will be the bird side. Reminds me of Alfred Hitchcock. It does sound great for winter gala, and I hate to break this to you, but it's September the 10th and it's almost 90 degrees here. It's okay. Still going to be delicious. I'm just messing with you. Where am I going to put these? This is awkward the way I did this. What the hell was I thinking? Oh, Lordy. Put a stray over here. And you don't have to put birds anywhere. I find it very awkward. You don't have a bird pen. You should. Well, you got all those crows. Just start sketching them with whatever you got. Um, it just been so easy to make the one wing that looks like it's closer to you thicker. Because we know I can't draw. We do know that, correct? Big girl can't draw a crooked line. And that's just the painful facts. I don't know what to tell you. Put these over here. Sometimes I get one, I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good. And then I do one that's like, what the hell is that? It's like I'm checking off check marks on my grocery list or something. My grocery list for my hamburger casserole. Oops, where the hell are we? We're off the page. Okay, enough of the birds. Maybe we should do some little black dots somewhere. I like to kind of do those like in the holes that I left white. Just to get a little texture in there. And then I lose patience and I just start splatting them in there with no rhyme or reason. With size, shape, rhythm. It's like, get it done. All right, just a little pattern in the open space. Maybe I'll do some over here in this area. Maybe just trail off down this downhill here. On that one. And what do we got here? This little hole right here, maybe. I might have to do a couple places on this one to make it look right in my head. Go up here, maybe. Aunt Patty, I saw your first stream about the Masha and Lissy Linka. Is enabled to get some Masha colors of a mini set, and she's making me another one. Aren't they nice, Amber? I'm telling you, I know. I know. Meet you in the poorhouse, but we'll have some fun supplies when we get there. Supplies. I have an excuse. I'm stocking up before I retire while I still have an income. These little holes here. Let's do something. Maybe a little something over in here. All right. Patty thought lots of supplies before. See, there's my logic justified. Thank you, Gail. Hopefully, I'll live a long time for what I bought. Okay, so let's see. What else do I want to do? Oh, I wonder if I could pull off. I wonder if I could script with this little pen. So, did you guys ever see some of Lizzie's for Lizzie Linka. Do you ever see some of her work and some of her fine lines that she does with a liner brush when she's doing her stuff? Well, again, like Kathy, thought if I bought the supplies, I would be able to do it. Well, I asked, and this is the brush that she uses. It's Da Vinci Cosmo Top Spin. Actually, hang on, wrong one. 0, not the one. That's the one she uses. So I'm thinking, what's good for Lizzie has to work for me, right? Really, me? But before I commit, let me try or get committed. Let me set that over there for one memento. And what do I have up here in this junk? Junkity junk. Oh, not those. These are the ones I did just before this. For those of you who didn't see it when I first jumped on, I'm looking for a piece of watercolor paper. Here's my, this one was donated to the practice pile. So this scripting down here in that gold, that's the brass color Pinata alcohol ink in this little bottle here. Oops, forget I'm zoomed in. And that little bottle. But I'm wondering, just wondering. I gotta take my glasses off for this. This is serious business. I got it. Thanks, Linda. That's my sweet spot. The blues. Not that I say I have the blues, just that I like the blues. So let me get this. Let me just practice something on here. See, I lose that loop because this is so soft. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. Just because I have the tools doesn't mean. Maybe if I do a real smaller scale. The paper, it's rough, and that's what makes it hard to do, because the little hairs on this brush kind of jump from bump to bump on the cold press, and you get a skip kind of look to it. It's not a solid line. Let's see if I go really, 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 really slow. But then I can't really get the flow. I mean, I guess I could try to put it on there. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? This ain't rocket science, people. It's a freaking practice watercolor. Give myself a break. Put some green on there to bring out, try to bring out the green again. All right, well, but I want to do some circles. Oh, where's that brush I was doing circles with these paints? Right there it is. I might pull that bad boy out and do that. Instead of the alcohol ink. I don't know why I'm playing with this so long. I get mesmerized by the sparkles close up. Okay, so let's try just over here, just for shits and giggles. What's the worst that can happen? Get it wet again. Well, that's something. It's a little sad, but it's there. Let's try over here. I've got a little bottle of paint on. It's going to come off in a blob. That's what I was trying to avoid, but you know, we do the best we can. Ooh, that one's really hosed. We'll just cut that one short. Hey, Kath. Try scripting with the nail art brush. I'll put those up over there. Okay. Which one's bigger? These two. Oop. Let's try this one. See what we get. Maybe this is the ticket. Yeah, that's why I keep you guys around. Let me try over here and see what we got. Well, it can't be any worse. You can't. I know. I don't think I can even get you in that close, Sandra. It's too. By the time I get you in, I don't know if I can. This pad is so big with the other stuff on my desk. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to show you where it is. I'll try to do one here. I really didn't want to do it there. It's right next to the green dots, but that's okay. You see that? That's with the nail art brush, and that's with the one with the longer. That one's still really wet because that held a lot more paint than this one does. But I don't hate it. Yeah, this, I'm not going to be able to do this, I don't think. Ah. Ooh, where am I going to do that one? I mean, it's not like I have to do it on every one. Although I kind of do. You guys getting as seasick as I am? I'm just going to go over this brown here because that's the way it's going to have to go. It's something. It's a little squiggle in there, nothing else. Let me back this bad boy. Come back in again, or go back out again, rather. Sheesh. That's awkward. Is it? When you zoom in, instead of using your desk out here, you're using your desk in one little spot, and you got to try to get everything under there. Doesn't always work, as we have demonstrated. So let me, what color do I want to put some circles on in there? I want to move away from the green and use one of the golds. There's a golden leaves, and this one I think is called cashmere. They're both really pretty. Or do I want to just use the alcohol ink? This is this brush I used before doing this, the Tintoretto 3/0. I think they call it a striper. Hey, Dana. See, that's got that real long point, and it's real loosey-goosey when you go to do it. Maybe I'll try this. And let's try this cashmere color. I think that one's really pretty, this one right here. It's kind of a bronziness to it. I think that's called cashmere. Am I right about that? Or is it the bronze? This may be the bronze, actually. I'd have to look that up. All right. I want to get it loaded on there for a couple swipes around, but I want to make sure I let it drip to get that first little blob off of there. All right, let's just do it. Let's go try to do it right here. Oh, there's another blob coming. Oh, God, that's pretty. Oh! Hello, lover. You're a pretty color. Let me see if I can get more. There you go. You can kind of see it there. Ooh. Hello, lover. Mama like. Now, I'd like to get one somewhere else. It goes out into the white. That's one thing about these, even the color shift from Lizzie Linka. Hey, Tam. And they are as pretty on white as they are on dark colors over watercolor of any color. And some of those, especially the color shifts, if you do some of those brands on white paper, you've got to hold them at a very particular angle so that you see what the color's close to what it's supposed to be. But otherwise, you get a charcoal gray looking flat shadow that's underneath of the whole thing. It's really weird. I never could figure out why, but not so good. So let's try to do this again. Let's go up here in these different colors. If I get that lifted up just enough, it's like a fine hair of a circle, which really makes it extra pretty to me. Kind of like Gala. Extra pretty to me. Let's go up here for this one. Put a little bit more water in there. Let's go. Where are we going to go with you? Let's go down here. Downtown. And I'll probably put, see how fine that can get if you're able to hold your hand steady enough, which is a big if when we're talking about this basement. That one I started to get it, but it is kind of tricky. So I wonder, let's do another small one here. Kayla, you're so flattering. Okay, now what do I want to do with this? I want to do another one on each one because they're bitty. I wonder if I could. No, I can't. That's a big fat no. Okay, get the drip off. Let's do. Oh, I must have overloaded that one. Keep getting little drips. Let's do a little skinny one down here. Stop it. Let's do one right here. Right here, off over the right. And up here in this plain old brown, all by itself. And let's do one over here. I'm having a whole conversation with myself. Let's put you right here. All right. Now let me put my specs on so I can go back to seeing the chat. Oh, I don't hate you. It does. It's really a nice, long, skinny, a lot of play in it. Gayla, are you just flattering me so you get my hamburger casserole recipe? Okay, let's see what we got here. See if we can see the... I mean, look at that. Ah, look at that. Hello, lover. Some of those are really thin. And there's the green. Oops, hello. This is really awkward trying to hold my cell phone in one hand and this big pad of paper with it zoomed in the other. Look at that little clump right there. Oh, and that one came out pretty good, kind of nice and fine. You so fine. Oops, there's my phone in the way. This is very tricky. But I want to let you see the beauty of what we see in person with these things, if I can. Ah, all right, so now, let's see. What time is it? 3:15. You know what I think I'm going to do? Do I need anything else on here? I feel like I need like something. Patricia! Hello! Just throwing some watercolor around. Kayla. So transparent. You know, I like a pop of black in some of my stuff, but I do have the little birds and the little dots that are black. Oh man, this strip right there is really pretty. Let me show you that. Very fallish. See, like there's a lot of area in here where like there's nothing happening. Maybe I'll just quit here, cut these up, and then maybe go back with a fresh eye and embellish further where I think is needed. That's my problem, is the doodling. I'm not a good doodler. I'll be the first one to tell you. So I'm going to get rid of this tape. Oops. It's stuck to everything. This needs to come off of here pretty good. Look at my Oakley scratch. My first old lady bruise. I was sitting on the edge of the recliner and Knucklehead was sitting in front of me, eyeballing me because he knew what time it was. And I said, do you want to... And I got the first letter or the first phonetic sound of the word eat out of me. And he dove on top of me. And that's what I got for being nice to my dog. That one's a bruiser. He's just a little overzealous. stamps. I could do some stamps. Ooh, embossing. Maybe I'll do some embossing. That might be interesting. Okay, so look, see how this block, it's open on both sides here. It's not glued all the way around, and that allows it to buckle. See, these two are, that's gone. They're open. So I'm going to walk this over. I wonder if I can get this. I'm going to try something. Give your work 3 fat bees and a very small grasshopper. Translation. All right, entertain yourselves. I'm going to walk over to the other side of the room and try to cut this on my what the hell is it called? My the decal edge trimmer that I have. Let's see how that comes out. If I can get it close enough to the edges to do it properly. So this is 16, so you and 8 is the middle. But did I tape it on 8? Oh, mercy. I did not. So we're gonna eyeball it. What's the worst that can happen? Okay. One side is done successfully. I don't know how small I can take off. We're gonna find out. Oh, that looked pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. It's a shame you can't see it. I'll be back in a minute. Somebody try to comfort Gayla. When I'm not in her sights all the time, she gets a little nervous. That one's a little off. I'm going to have to come back on that one. Oh, you know. So next time, perhaps I will try to put the tape on a little more accurately. All right, one more cut and I'm back. Hang on. Or maybe 2. This one's kind of big. Yeah, I gotta take a little more up. So I lied. Almost the last cut. Oh, no. Oh, that didn't work. Crap. Crappity crap crap. Why is that not? The last cut. Why aren't you cutting? Okay. We're going to deal with that. Oh, mercy. Okay. I'm back. I don't think I could have laughed any louder except for Z phone call. Oh, Prince. Oh, my God. That friggin' frog. Always glad to entertain you, Gayla. But Joan will remember. Let's see. Oh yeah, the phone a friend when Xander helped me make that pocket. But Joan will recall, and I don't know who else might be on here that recalls the dreaded day that I decided I was gonna. Well, I stamped the I jelly plated a long piece of white denim, and my generous heart had the brilliant idea that I was going to make some pen or pencil cases for my lovely art friends. Had a little mishap with the sewing machine. I cussed that SOB up and down. And all I needed to do was take a piece of fabric, right, fold it in half, and sew around here. That's all I had to do. That was it. Oh my God. Yeah, Joan remembers. That one shall live in infamy. But after that, I ditched that SOB of a sewing machine. Actually, I took it to a place for them to look at it. Thanks, Joan. Uh, um, I took it to a shop for them to look at it. And for them to look at it, it was going to be like $90 or $95, whatever. And I happened to, I don't know what brought my attention to it, but I was looking at a Joann sale, and I never go to Joann's. I don't know why, but I never do. Um, and they had a brand new one on sale for $120 that did a lot more than my old snag did. So I told Dave, I said, screw this. I'm going to go over and buy a new one. And it's sitting right over there on the adjacent table. Never been fired up. And how many years ago was that? When I retire, I've got big plans then. Oh, sweet Moses. Okay, so now that I have these separate, I can see that that one needs, that's a lot more stuff needing to happen in here. And there's how the little scripting with the nail brush ended up. That's not too bad. Right? But that's, yeah, we need a little something going on in there, I do believe. This one, just because of the runs where the blends happen with more water and the, there's a lot more action going on in the middle there. I love how those, and I know purists don't like that, but oh, Mama, love it. I do everything. Whatever's the way you should do it, I'm going to look into doing it the other way. Just like to, you know, clear my own path. Oh, the yard garage sale that I could have. Oh my God. Oh, that's another thing I almost did a number of years ago. I told Dave, I said, we got to get rid of some of this shit. We're going to do a yard sale. So we had these big, oh, what's that? That was wet? Oh no. Let's see if I can repair this one before it's too late. I didn't realize that little bit was still wet. So we have these metal racks that we bought at Costco for extra storage down the basement. And so we were rearranging all that stuff so that I could roll them out into the garage and start collecting the stuff we were going to have for the yard sale. And then once it was sorted and organized and all that stuff, roll it right out of the drive into the driveway from the garage, and we're all set up. That seemed like a really good plan. Well, then, this happened and that happened, and this one was sick and that one was sick. I was running everywhere, and they stayed there for like forever. And then I thought one day, I said, you know what? Why am I even thinking about having a yard? Hey, Asha. It's still hanging in there. Thank God it doesn't hurt, but it's very sharp. It's broken almost down to the gum. I'm hoping to get into my doctor tomorrow. I've been taking antibiotics since Saturday that my orthopedic gave me just to have on hand. So anyway, back to the yard sale. That's where I was. I told Dave it was coming right up on when we were going to do it. And I said, you know what? Screw this. I'm taking it all to Goodwill, because if I got something marked down to 25 cents and some SOB walks in and wants to give me a nickel for it after I busted my ass for weeks, there's going to be a fight in the driveway. Just screw it. I'd rather give it away. What the hell was I thinking? So that's what we did. Took it all over to the Goodwill. Here you go, donated. So anyway, here's my deckled edge on everything. What time is it? 3:26. So I don't hate these. Definitely need more going on there. I could live with that one. And that one. And this one. So it's just this one. What could I do to it right now? I know, right, Susan? Like, you know what? If you're going to wrestle me over a $50 item I got a quarter on, we're going to have a problem. And hope you're fast, because I'll be throwing it at you on your way out of my driveway. Now, that sounds violent, and I'm not normally a violent person. I was not in the mood to be dealing with it, I can tell you that. I did break a tooth Friday night. So, yeah. So we had big plans for Saturday. Saturday was our 14th wedding anniversary. So, with everything that's been going on with my mom and Dave's foot and all this stuff, we haven't had any steamed crabs yet this year, which is a big no for us, because we love them and we have them out in the deck and, you know, several times a year, and we hadn't had any. So we had plans. We were going to go. The plans morphed. We were going to go get some crabs, and I thought, well, we haven't seen Bill and Yvonne for a while. Maybe we'll go up towards Pennsylvania where they are, and maybe they want to come and meet us. And then we remember this restaurant up that way in Westminster called Rock Salt that was really good. And so we thought, well, maybe we'll just go there. Well, they have crabs there too, but you got to meet them outside. And it was going to rain and it was hot as hell. Well, we'll just get dinner inside. Anyway, we called Bill and Yvonne and they said, no, we got a great crab place. Come up here. We'll have them at the house. So then we're going to go to their house, and they were going to make crab dip and get steamed crabs and a special fried chicken from someplace around there and all this stuff. And Friday night, oh, and in the morning, we were going to get up the morning of our anniversary, go out to this little place that we like to go for breakfast, and then go to a couple of the kids' games. And then I had a haircut at 1:30. When I swing by, get a haircut, come home, change, and then be in Pennsylvania by 4 o'clock to see Bill and Yvonne for crabs, etc. Well, then Friday night, I was eating a few Cheez-Its, chewing on the opposite side of my mouth, and I feel this crunch. And I thought, what the hell is that? Anyway, yeah. Broke a tooth, second molar from the back on my lower right side. It's really sharp. And the filling that's been in it for years is got a real sharp edge to it. And unfortunately, I feel it with my tongue right now. The inside edge of the tooth is really close to the gum line. So I don't know if that's going to survive it or not. I know, right? Cheez-Its. If you'd have been here, Gayla, you would have eaten them all, and any M&Ms you could have found in the house, and I wouldn't have had that happen. So I kind of blame you. And I don't really think it had anything to do with the Cheez-It. I think it was maybe teeter and ready to go, and I didn't know it. Who the hell knows? But anyway, yeah. So it's true. I know. Yep. If you ever travel with Gail and you bring some snacks, you might want to have somebody watching them. I'm just saying. Not that I don't mind sharing anything I have. Could leave me a crumb and an M&M, maybe. I don't know. It's asking too much, I guess. So anyway, I think my brain's about had it, actually. I'm going to think on that one. Maybe I will emboss a little something there. The only thing is, on watercolor paper, it's not a great surface to stamp an image on to emboss it. hang on. Now that's gonna bug me for. Oh, I got these new stamps that I've never used that I was going to use at the retreat and do some gold foil with them. I like how thin they are. This is, pardon me, from lemoncreation.com, Asia Marquette. I wonder what would happen if I put this one right at the bottom here, or maybe a little bit higher to go up into there. I don't know. I mean, this circle one's kind of cool, but there's, I got the circles on there. Is that too much? What color would I do it in? Too many decisions for me to make on the fly. Oh, you do have these, Susan? Maybe you're the one that made me buy them. Just saying. I'm not always the enabler. See you, Z. See you at 4. Xander's streaming at 4 o'clock. So, but I love like these little things, like in gold foil and fabric or on anything. They just grab me. And I have a couple of, well, I have several of sets that are really cool. Oh, hello. I always like these two of Seth's. That one. This little textury one. Oh, what are we going to do here? So many choices. I wonder if I did this one. Let's see how big that is in real life. No, I wonder if I did this one, like right up and through there. Oh, hell, let's just do it. I got a few minutes. All right, let's get this out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. Roll over to the embossing drawer. Embossing ink. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I want something shiny. Ultrafine silver. Liquid platinum. Oh, I wonder what that would look like. I forget. It must be kind of silvery. Do I have gold? Liquid platinum. Most likely liquid platinum. I have that in the drawer. Amber. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Detail gold. That's probably a good one because that's real fine. It's so fine. And this is a real fine stamp. That, if you keep seeing stuff, we're going to have to call somebody. Where are my... choose this one. A nice dirty one, or I won't be able to see a damn thing. But that's okay. It's all right. Let's do this. Am I going to be able to see it? Really? I want that to flare out up there. I want that to come down below the circle. Okay. Gonna do it. I'm not even gonna use that. Just gonna do it. Now watch, it'll be so cool. I want to do all of them. Oh, mercy. I think I hear it thundering. Again, we've had a lot of thunderstorms. One of our friends not far from here he got home from work at 1 o'clock in the morning, had to get so far down the main road, get out and walk, go home and get his four-wheeler, and come back with chains and drag trees out of the street so he could get home. Chelsea and Pete had some trees down. Okay, let's see. Where am I going to put this? I'm going right there. Okay, let's see what happens. My heat gun's fired up here. Plug it in first. That makes it work a lot better. I notice it gets hot a lot quicker when it's plugged in. Oops. All right. Yeah, that looks like it kind of blurred. Well, it'd still be golden shiny. What's the worst that can happen? Ask Gayla. She's been around for most of it. Okay, heat gun. Here we go. Whatever it is, it is. Is the chat still live? I haven't seen it move for a while. Or have I dropped offline and I'm just talking to myself? Oh, there it goes. Well, it's okay. I thought the gold, this is kind of a flatter gold than I was expecting, but look how it all kind of blurred down there. And the stamp itself should look like so. Nothing that thick. What the hell did I do? It goes this way. Yeah, so that should look like that. Not even close. All right, well, you know, what are you going to do? You try. Sometimes you eat the bear. Some days the bear eats you. That's just the way it goes. I'm going to get a baby wipe out. Write the stamp. What time is it? 3:40. I know. That's really... Huh. Huh. Very curious. Where the hell did the other piece of my... Here it is. All right. Well, we did it. I don't know that I would call that a success, but it's done. Oh, Lord. What are we saying here? I think it needs some black on there, too. That's what I said a while ago. I don't know if you were here yet, Tam. Like, where's my papa? I need a little papa. The birds. Blame Alfred Hitchcock. Well, it took up the space, but yeah. No, I wonder if I could just stamp black over top of that, what it would do. Probably schmutz and smear the whole flipping thing, wouldn't it? Well, anywho, there's where we are for now. I'm going to let these sink in. A stamping over the embossing. It's so smooth. I don't know if that would... Are there any pro embossers in the house? It would if it adheres and stays. You just want me to do it to see if it'll screw up or not. I know how this works. I should have just embossed it in black. Any votes? Any input? Where's everybody with all the ideas now? I do like these, though. I don't hate this one, but no, I think black fine lines could save it. I do have stays on. I find that it doesn't always stays on. Right there, I do. Oh, hell, I see where this is going. All right, let's get her all buttered up, see what happens. Now, you're planning on me being able to see through this dirty ass block. And aim it right. I'll give it a try. That's all I can do. Luxury car store. Oh, that's who said that. Hey, Lux. Welcome. Need some small black circles. Look above. CB, when did you sneak in here? Just be sure to use the non-static pad first. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oops. All right. No hands for chat. It's probably best, CB. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let's put it here where it's semi-clear so I have a snowball's chance in hell of seeing it. I always like to sniff the stays on. I'm really going to have to take my glasses off for this one. This pad is old. I think it's a little... I hardly ever use an ink pad, in case you guys haven't noticed. All right, before it dries out. Let's see. Oh, mercy. Oh, hell's bells. This ain't going to work. Well, drop it like it's hot. I got nothing on there. Is it because the pad's so dry, maybe? Let's see. Very possibly. So let me see. Do I have another one? Do I have a stunt double? That's the distress ones. Archival stays on teal, purple, pink. Imagine that. Stays on jet black. Okay. Do we have two dead ones? Let's see. It's possible. I'm not looking at chat right at the moment because I know I'm running out of time. Pressure. The pressure's on. Okay. There you go. Whatever it is, it is. I will hold Gayla responsible for this. It's only a piece of paper. Just a little tiny bit down there, which would have looked stunning if it happened everywhere. Okay, so not sure what is up with that. That'll be a mystery for another day. Perhaps I'll get on Amazon and order myself a new stays on pad. And see what happens from there. But I do like how lacy and thin these lines are on these stamps. I like that kind of a look. Put my glasses on so I can see the chat. Fire re-anchor. Who makes that stamp set? It is lemoncreation.com. Asia Marquette, she's got a YouTube channel too. She does some really cute stuff, but they have stamps and stencils. It's beauty-mous. Beauty-mous. Look at Galen, never giving up hope. All right. Here we go again, putting this back again. We're going to put I can never find the top plastic that I take off of the stamp set. Interesting. Well, Gayla, what'd you do with it? Okay. We'll pretend it's on there for now. All right, kids. Everybody pop over and catch Xander. She's coming on here in 9 minutes. Slippery slope. Oh, hey, Janine. Oh, hey, Laurie. I saw somebody else sneak in there. My pleasure, Dot. Oh, here it is. It always turns up when you least expect it. Lay that on top of that bad boy. All right. Well, there's the semi-failed attempt, which would look stunning if it worked. But I still can't figure out why that got that blurred down here. Instead of see how fine the lines are supposed to be and see how fat they were. Don't get it. All right, there's that one. And that one. And that one. I think that's my favorite with all that. See, I got to remember to make it darker, wetter, and just let it all run. All right, kids. Hopefully see you next week. Everybody have a great week. Thanks for hanging in there and tolerating Gayla. Oh, God. All right, guys, have fun. Eat some casserole for me, Gayla. Toodaloo. Bye.